have come from the temple in Besaid.
Hello,
Milady
Grace
Summoner.
Monkeys.
If there is no
Welcome
other
back
summoner
to...
Hello everyone.
Thanks be to you.
Yay,
Our loved
we're
ones.
here.
We feared they would become fiends.
Yeah. Hold on, I've got to turn this down on my end. This is a bit loud on my end.
Okay. Well, I'll quickly explain the scenario. So, we're at Kilika Beach now, and if you remember the last part, Kilika got, well, totaled by sin. So, now this is essentially a mourning area. People are very sad.
I love the fact how he walked down and then just creepily turned to them.
Yeah, people don't really have turning, well, static turning physics thing. There you go! I cut it up! I cut the save out! You saw it with your eyes!
Yay!
This woman here is annoying beyond belief. She will have a chest later on, which you can't open until you've done a series of random things later on. Do I go back for the chest? Hell no.
Because you don't want to annoy us.
True. The pub's closed.
The pub's closed. Oh, that was creepy. We didn't even plan that. I'm being serious.
So yeah, a lot of people died here. That was an entire section of the island which has just been mushed. And we get to learn...
Is that the one we saw?
Yeah. We get to learn about Yuna's role in this now, so not just being a glorified summoner, but she actually has a lot to do with sending people to the afterlife in this game, which is, I think...
Oh, so she's the Grim Reaper.
Sort of. Well,
just without the scythe and the black hood.
Yeah. Essentially, she guides souls that have accepted their own death to a place called the Far Plane, which is like an afterlife.
and resent those still alive.
And if they don't accept their death, they come back as fiends, so the monsters we've been fighting so far.
They envy the living.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
so
that envy turns
quite
to
dark.
anger
yeah.
and hate.
Yeah.
The thing that someone's died and you're killing them again.
Should these souls
Yeah,
remain
they bring this up
Spira,
a
they
few
become
times.
fiends.
For a Final Fantasy
Prey
game,
on
this
the
is one
living.
of the, like, from the outside it seems all
Sad,
jolly and campy, but
isn't it?
it's
Descending
quite dark.
takes them to the far plane.
Yeah.
Which I like. I like
And yet
the,
we're it's
the
dark,
focus on that.
and yet Bill is currently at the moment on steroids.
Yeah,
That's
she's
what we
shaking
said
stone.
last time. Yeah.
Just ignore my giant dog friend here. Okay, time to be
I would love
Jesus.
it if, like, just ignore my dog thing. He's just like, oh wow, she is Jesus.
So yeah, this is how she sends them. So essentially, these are all, yeah, dead body, yeah. They're all coffins.
Yikes.
I like Yuna showing these scenes. Primarily because you actually get more of a sense of the weight of what she's doing, instead of just her faking being happy and really, really trying.
And failing big time.
Really failing big time.
No, don't do it, sin is there.
Frickin'
That would be a very, like, no, it's Eris all over again.
well, we get to learn
Fight Sephiroth.
a little bit more about... Well, no. We get to learn a bit more about Sin in the next couple of episodes. We learn that...
He's Sephiroth. He'll bring the moon, the comet down and destroy everyone.
no. No. I mean, no.
Oh, he brings the giant fish. Got it. I would like.
Yeah.
That would really like destroy the main thing with Final Fantasy VII. It's like it's like at the intro, like the title. You've got what you can see, like the giant comet. This time it's like a giant fish.
It just lands on a planet and flops for a bit. That's it.
Magikarp. What are
Sephiroth is
you
like,
doing?
yes, Mother has arrived. Flop, flop.
Yes, Mother is a Magikarp. Didn't you know? Mother, use splash. You know, when I capture a Magikarp on Pokemon, I'm gonna call it Mother.
It must be
Was it
tough
Genova? Is that the
being a
name?
summoner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm calling it
She
Genova.
chose her own path. She knew
We get our
from the
first
beginning
sort of
what
like
it meant.
legit
All we
explorative
can do
or exploration
is
section.
protect
There's
her
in this
along
exploration in a
Until
Final
the
Fantasy game?
Until
I know. Can I point out as well that we're up
What's
to
the
episode
end?
6, and this is the first time when the game actually like encourages you to look around for a bit.
I love
Yeah.
the fact everyone's just turned around like he's just said something offensive to them all. Unless he did that and I wasn't
until she
listening.
defeats sin.
Yeah. It's that whole high scenario again.
Oh,
Will you all be my friend?
I hope I did okay.
Fuck no, you were dreadful.
You
Get
did
out of my
very
sight. Drown yourself.
They've
Well, I
reached
hug
the
you.
far plane by now, but no tears next time. Hmm?
Oh, and look at that, it's a monster.
Listen,
One of
I
them didn't make it.
there would never be a next time. No more people being killed by sin.
Luna, you need to take someone else to the
No
far
more
plane. Who's that?
Sundays
Just
for
stab
Luna.
the guy beside you.
Everyone stood there
And
watching her.
he needs to go.
It was strange.
Dance,
somehow
Yuna, dance. I don't want to dance.
horrifying.
Stab,
I
dance.
never wanted to see it again.
Just stab another guy. Is that a way
I like the
you?
fact-
Is that the way you turn her into a pole dancer? Just stab random people.
No, what you do is you make Final Fantasy X too.
Okay. Is Final Fantasy X-2 rated 18?
It is not. It is not for some odd reason. Yeah, when we get to that game, there is a character which you will question the game's rating with. But you know, when we get to that game,
So,
you're not wrong. You're not completely wrong.
okay.
This is my home, and no matter what happens, I'm not moving. Yeah.
I'm not-
so...
I was born in this home and I'll die in this home.
jumps into the ocean.
Is there anything that will change your mind? Yeah, let's go.
I'm bored now, bye.
Hey, you awake? Captain Walker's waiting for you.
Oh, he's now the captain of a boat. Captain Waka, waiting for you to come aboard.
Actually, well, this is what I find slightly humorous about this. This is actually his Blitzball team, but they are also the ones guarding Yuna. So essentially,
That's like if you got the England football team to guard the Queen.
Queen, yes.
Waka. Praying for victory's all good,
Christ.
but is
I don't know where
this
that
right?
came from.
Something wrong with enjoying Blitz?
I'm just trying to
Is
imagine
this
that.
really the time?
But then I just realised the team's changed, so you don't know if Wayne Rooney like fighting with Prince Philip. So I'm thinking like, I don't have any more jokes about this. They've all changed. All I remember is that they were just they thought they were good, but they were really shite because they were against shite teams. I don't care what you people who are fans of football say. Fuck off.
Right.
I don't give a crap about football. Like, second, like, sports gets competitive. Like, I mean, seriously competitive. I tune out.
See, I don't care about football, but then when I know that England's playing, I will say I want the other team to win and then not care until I find out they've
All right.
lost.
Here we go. So we found an Al Bed primer. So this is how we learned the Al Bed language in this, letter by letter, unfortunately. But
That's interesting.
something which you can do. I actually didn't bring this up in the second episode, which I really should have. But this is a chest which has been the bitch about. But way back when, there was a little orb on the ground that I said I was going to bring this up at some point in the very first episode.
Wait, do you have to
And I was meant to bring it up in
backtrack
the
for that
second
then?
No, you don't, because it records your save data. So, what those little orbs were if you want to understand Al Bed conversations, you have the entirety of the Al Bed sort of like alphabet. You can bring back the language from a save file which you've already completed, meaning that you can understand entire Al Bed conversations.
Well, I guess you've
from
done
as early
that.
as the beginning of the game. Not for this.
So you're going to confuse everyone who's playing this.
Yes, because I want everyone to go through the same experiences I went through when I first played this, when people are just sort of like whacking people on the head for no apparent reason, and then when you actually get some context to it, it makes a little bit more reason, but they're just doing it.
Yeah, because you're like a blasphemer. So that's why they've been beating you up.
Well, you do get some, I guess, some like undertones of like things to come, some foreshadowing if you pay attention to some of the things which they say. But besides from that, besides from
I love how you looked at him like, you dick.
that was
He's like,
the
he's like affected by the toxin. Don't worry, you dick. Just walk out, go back in, rob them blind, and then walk back out.
Jesus. But yeah, if you collect all the Albert primers, you can get a really cool set of items, which are really powerful. However, towards the end of the game, there's a really cheap method of getting these items easily, so I exploit that instead.
By the way, everyone, welcome back to Final Fantasy X, the board game. I roll a 5.
I don't think we're any closer to actually unlocking any new abilities for Bill and
What happens when you get to the centre? Does the centre actually have something special?
No, it's just you continue moving throughout the board until you collect all of the abilities. Which is a little bit pointless, because if you get all of the abilities for every single character, you've got everything for every single character, so everyone's on equal grounds. You can give Yuna well, everyone still uses the same, like, character specialized equipment, but, like, Yuna can hit, like, a tank with a stick, essentially, which is rather entertaining. Oh, these are important here. Sorry, these are null abilities.
What abilities?
Null abilities. Null abilities are...
oh, right.
Yeah. So basically null abilities, whenever elemental attacks happen, if you cast that beforehand, for a period of turns, they will completely negate that element. This is really important for a number of boss fights in this game, so do not skip on them. Get them. They will save your life and make this game a lot easier.
Yeah, especially when you fight Sin.
Oh,
You
God.
probably can negate everything.
Sort of. When you actually go against
saying
certain
she
incarnations
wants you
of
with us.
Sin, they use level 1 tier magic, and by that point they're dealing like
to be my
30 damage to
guardian.
you, which is nothing at that point.
There's no time for jokes.
Quick question. In one of the Final Fantasy games with the super bosses, what one has like the giant orb? There's like one where it's a giant ball you're fighting. You have to go to like this island in the sky to fight it.
Oh, that might...
What do you
That
mean?
sounds like...
It's just
that
that-
might be 7.
Well,
I seem to remember because they...
I don't think it's 7. I don't think it's 7.
Sure.
this way, Commander.
It's either 7 or 8 in that case, because 7 and 8 put a massive, like,
sorry. I shouldn't have.
I guess
Might be
emphasis
8
on
because
the-
I know that 8's graphics.
Look,
just
if I-
not really sure
am
what's
I right?
going on.
Are they actually? No, are they similar? I thought. Are they not better?
instead of using, like, small sprites, they use full models.
Well, yeah, I know that. I mean, like 8 compared to 7.
Yeah. Not substantially,
Like-
but yeah. Oh yeah, here we go.
Like, do they have fingers in 8?
So you see that little thing off in the distance over there?
Yeah.
That's our next boss. Screw that, let's wander over here.
Screw that. Let's break the screen.
Yeah. Oh, we get to learn Lancet here, which essentially is Kamari's special ability. If you use Lancet, you can gain abilities from your enemies once they use them on you. There's a chance. Later on, much later on, I'll bring it up then, 2 enemies in particular use Lancet on repeatedly, and you can make Kamari one of the most powerful tools in the game. It is ridiculous. But we've got Seed Cannon now, which basically, I think it pushes attack back, or something like that. It does a lot of damage either way. And there's no quick time for this one, so it's all good. But that's a matter because we've got Strong Sword that kills things.
Just fuck everything.
Well, the game tries to get you to use different weapons for different scenarios later on, but essentially Brotherhood, the main sword, is the only one you'll ever want to use. Within one exception, which we'll get to.
I still love the battle music in this for like regular battles.
I know, it's like, I never get tired of this. It's... the transition
It's like me
is...
for Final Fantasy 6.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Then again, I love 6 and 15. Mainly 15 when you're fighting the Empire, the Magitech soldiers. What was it? Veiled in Black.
Yeah.
That music is beautiful. Have you heard the arrangement version?
Yes,
of it?
I have. It's beautiful.
That is so good. Like the music in that, I'm gonna like fucking like lush about the music. It's so good. Again, Final Fantasy, I think it's always had good music, apart from Final Fantasy 2's Chocobo music, because that's
I
like a
agree with
5-second loop.
So yeah, that little flashing thing, I know this is probably obvious to people, but that little flashing icon over...
Wait, hold on. On that, when do we get the Chocobos?
Far into the game. It's worth it when you get them.
Oh, but I want my Choco.
I abuse them. They're in an area called the Calmlands, which is essentially the most open area in the game, and it's not like...
Oh, is that so? Are you gonna like properly explore that, or are you just gonna go on a linear
I
path?
probably explore it. Not from the get-go, because I wouldn't recommend trying to do everything in a single area on your
Let me
first
guess.
trip.
Do it when you get the Chokiboki.
I would recommend you do it when you get the airship.
Fuck that, Chokiboki.
I mean, you could do that, but... you get a number of like Chocobo events in this game, and I find them tedious beyond belief. The first 3 are fine, but the last one you have to do...
I want to ride my Chocobo all day.
Oh, Prompto. You will live on in our hearts forever.
Oh, I love Prompto. I still need to finish 15, but I love Prompto.
I actively go out of my way to play 15 whenever an update comes out for it, because I like to keep going through that. Oh yeah, here's a little thing here. You can use abilities out of battle, so we're using...
Yeah, that's normally been a staple. Has that been a staple since the first one? I'm sure it has.
I'm not quite sure about the first one, but it's definitely been in 2 onwards. I need to... It might be a staple since the first one. Since the re-release of the first one, they did a lot of weird things in terms of...
I've only played that on iOS, which I'll admit, it's like, I think that's based on the PSP version.
Oh, by the way, I pissed myself off here. Yeah, if you're wondering what I'm doing when I'm going up and down, it's because I'm generally annoyed with myself. I went backwards instead of forwards on this grid, which means I have to level them up. To get back to where
You
I was.
moron.
Yeah. Oh no, wait, sir. Okay, I'm just gonna ignore I saw that and walk this way.
It's a cult. Oh no, the chest spawned... What the hell is that?
That is an elemental ability. So, in this case, it is lightning. That little lizard thing there, that's the start of a series of characters that, well, a series of enemies that if they jump on you and attack you, there is a high chance they can paralyze you. Which is not good because after, I think it's like 3 attacks, they shatter you and you can't use that party member until you have revived them.
Thirsty?
And I don't mean using a Phoenix down.
Wait, is water weak on... Is water the weakness of electric, electric elementals?
Are you ready? I'm going to explain the elemental system to you now. Are you ready for this in Final Fantasy?
Go on.
Water deals a lot of damage towards electricity. Electricity does a lot of damage towards water. Fire does a lot of damage towards ice, and ice does a lot of damage towards fire. You use a water ability.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you use a water ability.
So water on fire doesn't do anything?
It does average damage. Yeah, I have a massive sort of like, I guess, mid-battle panic attack later on. Well, in a later boss battle where I forget this because I tried to use
why are
water.
you lying to me? Pokemon's lied to me.
Oh yeah,
So many years.
Sensor allows you to see the enemy's health, and you've also got Ice Strike there, which means it'll constantly do ice damage. Rod of Wisdom will be sticking with you for a bit. Hunter's Spear is going to be a staple of Kamari as well. I don't really change their weapons up much because the abilities they get for those weapons are just, they're better than anything else you can get until you can customize them later on. Let's go for let's go for the supposedly difficult boss battle. Oh look, we start out with Lulu against a plant. Oh yeah, so you can get plant enemies in this game, which means yes, fire does deal quite a bit of damage to them, but you can't do any sort of green attacks. I guess that's why they had to like flip up some things.
Burn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see 300, I'm thinking to myself, that just doesn't feel like much for some reason.
It's a lot for this point in the game. Later on, that is going to be... If we do 300 damage later on, just know that somehow I fucked up.
I did 300. That's a lot, yeah.
Oh yeah, by the way, that's...
You're a moron.
By the way, that small item list you just saw there, that's not going to stay small for very long. Items in this game can be abused massively, and I definitely take full advantage of that towards the end of the game.
You buy everything in it. Anything and everything.
You don't really need to. There is one single method that actually, if you guys are wondering on how, if the game is, because it's a massive difficulty curve at the end of the game, if you are wondering how to do this, a little plug for you. On my channel, I did a video entitled How to Take Care of the Final Boss. If you want to ignore spoilers, ignore the actual final boss battle itself, but use the same method when you get the airship. Every boss battle at the end of the game will be a piece of cake. And I do use that method to this playthrough.
What was it? I saw, like, I was browsing Facebook a while ago, and I saw the best Final Fantasy VII cosplay ever. So you had a bunch of like these guys cosplaying as the characters, right? But as their PlayStation 1 in-game graphics.
Oh.
So they all have the blocky hands and everything. It's so good.
Oh, here's something that's overpowered early on. Well, sort of. You can put enemies to sleep. This enemy puts himself to sleep, though, which means that he gets regen, which means that he goes up health after every turn. He's awake now because I dealt enough damage.
And you angered him.
Yeah, I think Tidus might be a bit buff at this point.
Bill.
Bill. There's no such character as Tidus. Tidus is a fictional character.
He was in a book.
Bill is Tidus's, like, adopted brother twice removed.
And also the name of his dog twice died.
Yuna is Yana. Kimimari is Pooch.
Hi, Jim.
Oh yeah, I've forgotten. Hey Jim. Oh yeah, you might have noticed his health has gone up slightly now. That's because we leveled up Yuna a bit.
Oh, okay.
Magic damage still does just as much with Aeons as it does with Black Mages, so... Yep, keep firing that away, build up my overdrive, nothing bad will happen to you.
Thing.
Yep, just
what is
keep
that
going.
supposed to be called?
It's got a name, Lord Ochu.
Is that the new Pikachu evolution?
Oh, one could only hope. You can actually, later on in the game, you get a monster guild sort of thing, and you can capture this and fight it as a regular enemy if you wanted to. I think I capture it, but I definitely don't decide to fight it again, just because it's an annoying thing to do late game with its status elements. Anyway,
there's a new Final Fantasy game that came out, one of the spin-off ones for Switch, but it's like an ultimate version for that.
Oh yeah, World of Final Fantasy.
Yeah, what is World of Final Fantasy? I heard that it came out in 2016.
It didn't get a lot of talk, which actually surprises me. It's actually a really fun game.
But that's not the one where you can kind of capture the monsters, is it?
Yeah.
It is the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, I might pick that up at a later date.
I would recommend it. If you like a lot of callbacks to Final Fantasy games, including environments, worlds, and characters, it definitely it delivers in that scenario.
Because I think Squall is in it. Is it Squall?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never played 8, but I know about Squall. He's the one with the pistol sword, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or the revolver sword. Why would you make that? That is... I mean, how would you use it? Does it got a barrel at the end of the sword, or does it fire the blade?
I don't know. There's a reason for it. Anyway, we'll come up to the end of the episode now. Okay.
And there we are.
So we're going to be doing some weird things in the next episode, but I'll see you guys then, along with a certain other person here.
Is it me? I don't think it's me.
It's Craig, the recording guy.
Oh, I see. Okay, I'll see you guys never again. I quit the channel.
Oh, wow. Well, in that case, goodbye.